What's the deal? What's the deal, man? We live, man. How y'all been, man? You know what I'm saying? Live streaming every day. Day 11 with your boy Almighty. Yeah, now. You know, it's a Sunday, though. You feel me? So, you know, if you ain't, you feel me, I'm going to need you to, you feel me? Live streaming every day, man. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and start it with the inaugural. Yeah. You know, I got, other than that one, I got the bigger boom, like this one. All right, but this one right here, this one gives a whole different vibe. Like, oh, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like cinematic joint. Anyway, man, it's your boy, man, Almighty.
Bruh.
You feel me? Let's first of all, before we even go too far, you know what I'm saying? If you're not subscribed or you're not following the channel, the page, the whatever, I'm gonna need you to do that. It will be highly disrespectful if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, come on now. Like, it's your boy Almighty. You know what I'm saying? Like, got a positive vibe. You feel me? Like, come on now. You dig? I might not be the big streamer. You know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I mean? Like all the other guys yet. Because, you know what I'm saying, I am actually, you know what I'm saying? It just, you know, you're going to watch this back years from now or months from now, weeks from now, whatever it is, and you're going to be like, damn, that man don't blow out like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, before he sounded boring, now that might sound interesting, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So just don't sleep on it. Now, around me, I'm going to tell you right now, you know what? I'm going to turn the gain up a little bit more. The neighbors and stuff, they doing a little, you know, they, you know, got kids around and all that good stuff. So, you know, if you hearing all that noise in the background, it ain't me, it's the kids. And then if it gets too bad, you know, I guess just let me know. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. Anyway, without further ado, you know what I'm saying, without too much to do, let's do how we do and get to what we do to do. You hear me? Okay. All right, let's just, you know, realistically, I have been looking at some things. I'm going to go to my history real quick. And I kind of want to, you know, I guess react. Look at this. Look at this shit. Isn't this crazy? Well, whatever. Want to react to some things, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, you know, I'm going to start with some anime-related stuff. You know what I mean? So if you're not an anime lover, you might want to, you know, hold up to later on. But we're going to start with some anime-related stuff. Upcoming anime for the fall. Before actually, not even that one. There's another one. There's the 10 anticipated. 10, yep, this one. All right. This right here. I saw this, and I'm like, you know me, I speed up stuff, so, you know, it's just going to be like,
every season, I tell myself, I'm only watching a few shows so I don't get overwhelmed. And every season, I lie. This fall's packed with fresh anime, and if you thought avoiding sequel FOMO was going to save you, sorry, buddy. Here are the top 10 new series of fall 2025 that'll ruin your free time in the best possible way.
all right. Let's see.
眠りから覚めた時そこは200年後の世界だった。
アキラ、私と結婚してください。
結婚?
We're kicking things off with a post-apocalyptic gut punch courtesy of PA Works. Dust beyond the end of the world follows Akira, a man who confesses his love to Tawasa just before being put into cold sleep. Fast forward 2 centuries, and he wakes up in a world that looks like Studio Ghibli and Nier Automata had an emotional breakdown together. Tawasa, well, nowhere in sight. Instead, he's greeted by Yugure, an android who casually drops a marriage proposal the moment he opens his eyes. Akira, still hung up on Tawasa, sets off with Yugure to search for her in this strange new reality. The premise screams romance, but the kind that mixes heartbreak with breathtaking visuals and quiet moments that sneakily break you in half. Now, this isn't your loud, flashy seasonal anime. It's the type you watch late at night, wrapped in a blanket, and question whether love can survive time, technology, and the end of the world. Bring tissues and maybe some chocolate. You're gonna need emotional support snacks for this one.
西暦日本の気分が抜けないようですね。何？
That look good though. That look good, look interesting. You know what I mean? I feel like the twist is gonna be like the android is actually her. He probably went out looking for her, probably got invested, but gonna find out it's actually her, the android or some shit like that. Yeah, something like that.
言ってるんですか？本当嫌になるわ。なんで？僕は生きたい。
If revenge is a dish best served cold, this one is straight out the freezer. Backstabbed in a backwater dungeon starts with Light, your average nice guy adventurer who gets literally stabbed in the back by his so-called friends. They leave him to die in a dungeon, but instead of dying, he unlocks unlimited gacha, an ability that lets him...
It sounds like Arid Fuku and Arid Fureta and Shield Hero, like, you know, those kind of...
summon infinite weapons, monsters, and allies. That's right, this guy basically turns into the Jeff Bezos of overpowered loot. Where do I apply? Anyway, he spends years grinding in secret, building an army so busted you can practically hear game devs screaming nerf this in the distance. And once he's ready, he steps out for some quality payback, Dungeon Lord style. Expect smug monologues, brutal takedowns, and enough remember me moments
that scene got me Overlord.
Popcorn chewing satisfaction. If you've ever been betrayed by your MMO party, co-op squad, or that one friend who accidentally took your rare drop, then this is your ultimate catharsis. Light isn't here to save the world, he's here to make sure it regrets never messing with it.
This is a guy anime I like. Yeah, I want to see this one.
こういう喋り方だけど気にしないで。
気にならないよ。
Sports anime have taught us that literally anything can be hyped with enough passion. Volleyball, figure skating, competitive fishing even. Now, One Dance is here to prove the same thing for dancing. Our boy Gaboku is a shy wallflower with a stutter who's mastered the art of going unnoticed until he sees classmate Hikara Wanda dancing like she's auditioning for a shonen fight scene. Something just clicks when he sees her. Gaboku joins the dance club and suddenly we're in Step Up, the anime. Except with Madhouse's crisp animation and choreography designed by real-life pro Riehata. This isn't just exaggerated anime flailing. I mean, those moves are legit. With a soundtrack stacked with 30+ hip-hop bangers, every episode is going to be one giant hold my drink, I'm about to moonwalk moment. But One Dance isn't just about busting moves, it's about self-expression, breaking out of your comfort zone, and finding your inner voice when words fail. By the end, you'll be either deeply inspired or deeply embarrassed when you try recreating those routines in your living room. Either way, you'll have a blast watching.
ダンスの理由、一つ分かったよ。
Step up the anime. I mean, okay. Not at my speed though. Digimon. Yeah, they're still doing Digimon though. That shit crazy.
The digital monsters are back, this time with a darker twist. Digimon Beat Break marks the franchise's 10th TV series, and while the nostalgia bait is strong, this isn't just a rerun of the same formula. The teaser hints that these Digimon literally feed on human emotions, which sounds way scarier when you realize most anime protagonists are emotional train wrecks. The tone feels more Black Mirror than Saturday morning cartoon, with a shadowy purple cyberspace aesthetic and the tagline emotion-consuming life forms. Still, it wouldn't be Digimon without kids and their partner monsters teaming up to save the world. The real intrigue lies in how far they'll push this emotional horror angle. Are we talking heartwarming battles with friendship speeches, or full-on existential dread while your Digimon slowly consumes your anxiety? Either way, this one's primed to give both returning fans and newcomers something fresh, whether you're a Digi-destined veteran or just here for cyber creature chaos. Beat Break promises to hit that sweet spot between old-school adventure and modern psychological thriller. Time to...
Man, I've outgrown Digimon. Like, I mean, I outgrew. Like, Digimon was like Pokemon days type anime. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, nah. But shout out to them though. They do their thing.
Dust off your old Digivice and emotionally prepare.
いいぞトムロ、もっとビートを刻め。
Imagine a world without Christmas. I bet you can't, right? Well, from Baru Itagaki, the creators of Beastars, comes an anime that sounds like a fever dream, Sanda. It's set in a dystopian Japan where birth rates have crashed, Christmas is basically extinct, and Santa Claus has been missing for decades. Enter Kazushige Sanda, a regular high schooler who discovers he's Santa's last descendant. No reindeer, no sleigh, just a magical transformation that happens when he puts on a red suit. And this isn't ho 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 or cookies and milk Santa, this is action.
Am I tripping, or is this giving me like the art style is giving me what's it called, My Hero Academia?
Hero Santa teaming up with a towering classmate named Shiori to save her missing friend and maybe, just maybe, save Christmas. Science Saru is animating, so expect wild, dynamic visuals and Baru's trademark mix of heartfelt weirdness. It's festive, it's bizarre, it's somewhat socially relevant, and it might just make you cry into your chocolate. If Miracle on 34th Street and Akira had a chaotic anime love child, then this would be it, you know. Prepare for high-speed sleigh chases, Christmas conspiracy theories, and the most badass Santa that you've ever seen.
テレビアニメサンダ。正直ずっと高揚している。物語で見たような世界に自分がいることに。
あなた何者ですの？
通りすがりの暗殺者だ。
Some light novels bury the lead. This one puts it right on the box. A whole class gets summoned to a fantasy world. The loudmouth kid becomes the hero with cheat skills, and our boy Akira, he's the assassin. But here's the plot twist. His stats absolutely dunk on the heroes. Naturally, the hero's crew can't handle being upstaged, so they frame Akira and leave him for dead in a labyrinth. Wrong move, you know.
Typical Arifureta, Shield Hero type esque thing. You know what I mean? I love those those formats. I'm not even gonna lie, cause you know what I mean. But that's definitely what it sounded like.
Akira escapes, meets an elf girl named Amelia, and embarks on a solo quest to quietly wreck the entire world from the shadows. It's stealth power fantasy at its finest, with assassination skills, underdog grit, and just enough romance to keep things sweet. Over 1.5 million light novel copies sold means fans are hungry for this adaptation, and the premise has deeply satisfying watch written all over it. It's the anime equivalent of getting kicked out of the group project and then scoring the highest grade anyway.
ここはそうだ私はあいつの戦利品としてさらわれたのだったな
Romance in anime often leans on high school awkwardness or fantasy fluff. The Barbarian's Bride instead throws us into a gritty political enemies to lovers saga. Lady Seraphina is a knight commander, proud, disciplined, and captured in battle by Vior, a barbarian chieftain feared for his ferocity. But instead of cruelty, Vior shows honor, and that shakes Seraphina's entire worldview. What follows is a slow-burning romance woven into the chaos of war, with cultural clashes, strategic allegiances, and moments of vulnerability in the quiet between battles. This isn't just a love story, it's about trust, respect, and realizing the enemy might just understand.
You know what's crazy? I actually enjoy animes like this though. Like I genuinely enjoy animes like this where, you know, it kind of shocks, just, you know what I mean, throw shit, you know what I mean? I genuinely do enjoy animes like this. So I'm fucking with it.
You better than your own people. Expect sweeping landscapes, tense sword duels, and moonlit conversations that will make shippers lose their minds. If Vikings had a shoujo subplot on the budget of a top-tier fantasy anime, this would be it. The Barbarian's Bride is here to give fall 2025 a romance worth fighting for.
男性経験がなさすぎてどうしたらいいか全くわからんそなたの全力世が受け止めてみせよう
In most isekai, you're the hero summoned to save the world. In a wild last boss appeared, you're the villain, and you like it that way. An MMO player wakes up in the game world as his own high-level final boss character, Rufus Mafal, a demon lord empress so overpowered she could solo raid bosses without looking. Problem is, she's been dead for 200 years, and in her absence, the world's gone to hell. Her old subordinates are running wild, kingdoms are in disarray, and heroes think they run the place. Time to set the record straight. This series blends overpowered flexing with world building, character politics, and that delicious satisfaction of watching every arrogant opponent realize they've picked a fight with the actual final boss. Think Overlord, but gender swapped and with a slightly more playful tone. If you've ever rooted for the boss instead of the party, this is your chance to see them win.
This sounds like some Overlord-ish. Okay, nothing wrong with Overlord. Yeah, I fucked with Overlord too.
深い海の底に沈んだまま
Some anime are wild because of their animation. This one's wild because of its premise. Hinako is depressed, drifting through life when a beautiful mermaid appears and offers to protect her from other monsters in exchange for eventually eating her. It's part horror, part Yuri romance, and entirely...
Yo, what? Hey, I'm gonna save your life. I'm gonna protect you, but I'm gonna eat you. Bruh, that black butler thing is crazy.
unsettling. One minute they're sharing quiet, intimate moments, the next you're reminded that this relationship does have an expiration date, and it's when Hinako becomes dinner. It's the kind of premise that forces you to question love, mortality, and trust.
I mean, but hold on, real shit though. Like, what's the point of protecting and doing all that just to get eaten? Like, I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, that's tough though. Real, am I tripping?
All while keeping you glued to the screen with its eerie, dreamlike visuals. Premiering in October, it's perfect for spooky season, but don't expect jump scares. This is slow burn dread wrapped around bittersweet tenderness. Imagine the Little Mermaid and Hannibal smashed together, then dipped in melancholy. You'll be both rooting for and dreading the inevitable outcome.
君を食べに来ました
その日、俺はいつものように稽古を終えてまっすぐ帰るはずだった。彼らに出会うまでは。
Disney's first proper dive into anime is Twisted Wonderland, and they're not playing around. Based on the hit mobile game, it takes Disney villains and reimagines them as gorgeous anime boys running themed dorms in a magical academy. The first arc, Book of Hearts Labial, focuses on an Alice in Wonderland-inspired dorm ruled by a Queen of Hearts wannabe obsessed with enforcing every rule in the book. Yana Toboso from Black Butler is involved, so expect lavish visuals, theatrical drama, and characters dripping with charisma. Disney's so confident they've already greenlit 3 seasons before the first episode drops. It's part reverse harem, part dark fairy tale, and part, how do I explain this to non-anime friends? This is the kind of show that'll dominate fan art feeds and cosplay halls for months. Whether you're here for the Disney twist, the anime drama, or just to see how far they'll push these villainous makeovers, Twisted Wonderland is fall 2025's most ambitious newcomer.
Disney is making anime now. Oh my god. It's definitely gonna be some musical-ish, but hey, I mean, it looks good. It's just definitely not gonna be my speed. It's gonna be Kyrie tell. It's all
So
songs.
there you go.
And
10 new anime.
yeah, I mean, what y'all think, man? Like, you know, what are your thoughts? To me, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, if I'm gonna keep it a stack, that, you know, there are a few of them in there. Like, I mean, a good number. So this fall's gonna be looking hella interesting. But that Disney anime though, nah. That Disney anime, which apparently I don't know why bro kept that for number one. That is not it. Hell nah, bruh. Disney doing anime. I mean, shout out to Disney though. You know what I'm saying? They can keep doing their shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But am I watching the anime now? Hell no. Just keep it in that stack, bruh. Real shit. Like, let me just keep it a bundle with you. Ain't no way. Hell no. Hell no. Nah. Fuck no. Feel me? But anyway. That aside. Let's keep going though. Just want to pull back. All right. I feel like there's some other stuff I seen I wanted y'all to see though. I can't seem to find it. I don't see. I've been watching a bunch of stuff, bruh. So like, okay, look at this, bruh. See, I didn't know this, so I'm just learning this stuff, and I find this interesting. Feel me?
You scan the same groceries, and boom, the price total jumps to double what you're used to. Should you stock up now before things get even more expensive? Tariffs add to the cost before goods even reach the aisle, and that bump rolls through the supply chain from importers to distributors to stores straight to you. Some staples spike fast, others sit like time bombs until contracts reset. On today's episode of the Infographic Show, we're revealing how these tariffs are affecting Americans and who is really paying the price.
See, everybody been talking tariff. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know nothing about tariffs, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna figure out, get some more information on this tariff stuff, feel me?
To President Trump, America's trade deficit wasn't just a problem, it was a national emergency. In response, his administration's answer was tariffs, slapped on almost the entire world. It began with a 10% baseline tariff on all imported goods, followed by customized tariffs against individual nations. Global markets crashed, suffering their worst drop since the 2020 COVID pandemic. The domestic downturn only deepened as trade wars ignited with Canada and Mexico, while tensions with China flared even higher. The U.S. economy slid into a sharp decline in the first months of the administration. Liberation Day alone wiped out billions in investments, though a temporary pause on the tariffs and fresh negotiations helped spark a rally by midsummer. Tariffs placed on uninhabited islands, populated only by penguins, only made them even more confusing. So
what? They placed tariffs on what? Why? What is it? I mean, okay, hold on. You know what I'm saying? What if, even if people did live there, could they afford, you know what I'm saying? Or could we afford it? I don't, bro, what?
So what effect are they actually having on you, the average consumer? One of the biggest pieces of the ongoing tariff war comes from Section 232 tariffs on steel and aluminum. These two metals are everywhere. They're used in everything from consumer products to critical military hardware. The tariffs first appeared in 2018 after the Department of Commerce concluded that imports of steel and aluminum posed a threat to national security. Because of concerns over relying on nations that could one day turn hostile, the U.S. imposed an extra 25% tariff on steel and aluminum imports, everywhere except Russia. But the blanket policy didn't last. Soon countries like Canada and Mexico were granted partial or full exemptions. Even certain steel products were carved out, especially those vital to the U.S. economy or nearly impossible to source elsewhere. After taking office for a second time, these tariffs were re-upped by 25% on both and brought in to include more products with fewer exemptions. The effect of both sets of tariffs was broadly felt across the U.S. On the positive side, the tariffs drove more investment in domestic production, just as intended to strengthen national security. Within the mining and refining industries, there's been some job growth and even increases to wages as focus returns to producing at home.
Okay, so it did good with helping domestic business, and then it also did good with the mining and coal industry. You know what I mean? But those are the only two things it did good with?
The negative effects were felt outside of the metals industry. As domestic steel and aluminum production rose, downstream industry prices increased due to having to pay higher prices. Hot-rolled steel, a standard benchmark for tracking steel prices, much like oil is tracked by the barrel, skyrocketed between 2017 and 2021. Prices jumped by around 160%, from around $700 per metric ton to over $1,800. This reflects both a global price increase due to inflation and the COVID pandemic, but prices in the US rose higher than anywhere else. Aluminum increased in price by 45% during the same time period, with again the United States experiencing a higher price hike than anywhere else. The U.S. International Trade Council, or USITC, even developed a special formula to measure the impact of steel and aluminum tariffs. Without the effects of COVID-19 and other global events, they determined that the impact on downstream industries was almost exclusively negative, with U.S. industries losing on average $3.4 billion in value between 2018 and 2021. The worst affected were industrial machinery manufacturing, cutlery and hand tool manufacturing, motor vehicle steering, suspension components and brake systems, general purpose machinery, agriculture, mining and construction manufacturing, and other fabricated metal products. These industries saw production values drop by almost 3%, losing $500 million by 2020.
Yo, bruh, I gotta stop it a lot. You know what I'm saying? This is a reaction thing. You know what I mean? If you want to watch the thing, go watch the infographic show channel. But yo, it's so crazy, bruh. Like how much it takes to run a country. You know, a country. Shit, even a business. You know, we think about that thing, and you know, people always point fingers like, bruh, do you know how much? Like, what you talking about? Money. Do you know how much money it takes? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where that money coming from? How, you know, bro? This shit look complicated as hell, bro. I'm only catching a good, you know, good portion of it, even though he's breaking it down in layman's terms. This is crazy.
2021. For the individual consumer, the prices on everything from US-made cars, tools, and appliances rose. Construction was partially affected, with costs of HVAC systems increasing and supply chain disruptions. Increased delivery times due to supply chain bottlenecks also added additional costs to U.S. industry. Recent increases to tariffs means that the U.S. can expect a similar development in the next few years. Where you'll feel it the most is likely going to be in bottled or canned goods, such as canned food and soft drinks, which are all expected to increase in price. Car parts and appliances are set to rise in price as U.S. steel and aluminum producers struggle with higher import costs. The new 2025 tariffs target specific auto parts, piling on top of the broader metal tariffs already driving up manufacturing expenses. Expect vehicle prices in the U.S. to climb moderately over the next year. If you're thinking of purchasing a home in the future, the effects of tariffs on metals is also going to increase home buying costs. Everything from siding to fixtures and beams is going to be affected by increased tariffs, raising the price of production for contractors. It's not just home buyers who can expect to be in the firing line, though. Small contractors can expect to bear the worst brunt of it. While larger developers can absorb some of the cost of tariffs, small independent contractors typically don't have the liquid assets to ride out economic waves. They can expect much tighter margins, which will force them to increase the cost of their bids, in many cases making them uncompetitive against big builders.
I'm still yet to see the full good benefit of, like, you know, we've seen only like, well, two things that, you know, in the mining and coal industry, it, you know, and then basically within that sector, it's cool. But outside that, everybody seems to be going through crazy shit because of this tariff stuff. So, like, what the hell?
What could change the situation the most is the future of trade negotiations with Canada and Mexico, the main suppliers of U.S. aluminum and steel. Any volatility in those relations could see a massive surge in prices. Section 301 tariffs, introduced in 2018, were aimed squarely at Chinese imports. But according to the U.S. International Trade Commission, the effect was almost 1-to-1. Import prices jumped nearly dollar for dollar, with U.S. importers shouldering nearly all of the cost. That cost is passed on to consumers, with the U.S. ITC discovering that prices of household furniture and kitchen cabinets rose by 7.1%. Domestic goods rose by 3 to 4% as prices for Chinese components climbed. In some cases, like semiconductors and electronic parts, costs spiked as much as 25%. And it wasn't just Chinese-made electronics that got more expensive. The reduced supply pushed up prices across the entire electronics market. Again, this reflects an expected trend to follow President Trump's new tariffs. Currently, the tariff on China fluctuates wildly, and it's difficult to predict where it'll go next. As of August 2025, tariffs on Chinese exports sit at 57.6%, which is why if you've been shopping on Amazon, you're probably seeing a big price hike on some of your favorite products. Hoping to avoid consumer backlash, Amazon planned to show shoppers the exact price increases caused by new tariffs. Things are only going to get worse for consumers from here on out.
Bruh, Amazon says, bruh, yo, we're raising the price up because it's expensive out here. We're going to be honest with y'all. We're going to show y'all what's going on, you know what I mean? But nah, that's crazy, ain't it?
As it's been pointed out many times by financial experts, the tariffs are not in fact reciprocal. Instead, they are unilateral, and they hit nations without consideration of any existing trade imbalance or why that imbalance exists. In some cases, the claimed U.S. trade deficit doesn't even make sense. For example, take a nation like Zimbabwe, which was hit with an 18% tariff due to the U.S. having a trade deficit of $24.3 million. Yet, just seeing the words trade deficit doesn't actually tell you what's going on, because the fact is that trade deficits are extremely common in global trade, especially between rich and poor nations. Zimbabwe, like many poor nations, exports raw materials and low-tech manufactured goods to the United States. The U.S. benefits, but Zimbabwe sees little capital in return. Because wages are so low, most Zimbabweans can't afford American goods. The result is a one-sided trade deficit. The U.S. imports from Zimbabwe, but exports very little back. The tariffs ignore a basic truth economists have known since global trade began. By slapping high tariffs on nations too poor to buy American goods, the U.S. only ensures they stay too poor to ever afford them, locking in the very trade deficit it claims to fight. This isn't always the case, but it is a lot of the time. Some industrialized nations like China can impose unfair tariffs on U.S. goods in order to make them non-competitive. This is known as protectionism, and it is ironically exactly what the U.S. is doing now. Sometimes, though, like with steel and aluminum, this might be a necessary step for national security. It's worth noting that the very problem these steel and aluminum tariffs are meant to fix largely came from U.S. companies themselves, choosing to move production overseas where costs were cheaper. But in many cases, the tariffs don't appear to make much economic sense. The U.S. is far from getting a better deal with costs expected to rise across the board for Americans, who are already seeing less purchasing power for their dollar than ever before. One of the biggest hits to U.S. consumers was the suspension of duty-free de minimis. Typically, anything imported into the U.S. with a value under $800 was exempt from tariffs. If you played tabletop RPGs and buy miniatures from the UK, China, or anywhere overseas, you've probably already felt it. Tariffs now hit even small purchases under $800. Even small items that you might buy online are being processed as regular imports for the sake of tariffs. This leads to sticker shock for many Americans who were caught unaware. Going back to car buyers, imported vehicles and a lot of vehicle parts will face a 25% duty no matter where they're imported from. However, an amendment enacted in late April is meant to limit the stacking of multiple tariffs on vehicles and other finished goods. So in other words, if you go shopping for a new car and you pick foreign, you won't have to worry about paying the tariff on the metal used to build the car, as well as the tariff on the vehicle itself. Instead, only the duty on the vehicle will be charged. However, as in most industries, the 25% tariff is being largely passed on to you, the consumer, rather than borne by the importer alone. A second important exemption to prevent the auto market from crashing is the use of assembly credits to reduce the duty owed to the government. If Honda assembles a vehicle here in the United States, it becomes eligible for special U.S. assembly credits that go toward lowering the overall duty. As a consumer, you'll see the biggest price hikes on foreign-made vehicles. Cars from international brands built partly or entirely in the U.S. will rise too, but the increase will be smaller. Domestic auto manufacturers should see a direct benefit as consumers turn to alternatives, though U.S. brands unfortunately struggle with an inferior reputation versus established global brands.
As I said, I'm paying attention to listen to like the benefits of this stuff though, but like, yeah, this seems like that hike in tariffs only helps one sector. So what about the rest though? This is this happening in the sense so like later on it's gonna get better, or is this just like, I don't understand. You know how like sometimes you gotta kind of like, you know what I mean, like deal with a little, when you make a change, it takes a little bit of time for it to, you know what I'm saying, show up. You know what I mean? That lag time, I was thinking that's probably what, you know, it's happening right now. The change has been made, so we just, you know, getting in between that lag time before it starts going good again. But so far, I don't know. I ain't heard nothing about lag time from this video, but
This could push buyers to spend more upfront on a car that they believe will save them money on maintenance down the road. And that will be important as they consider the increase in cost to all auto parts due to metal tariffs. The new 50% tariff on steel and aluminum is expected to increase costs nearly everywhere. American manufacturers and construction firms will have to reevaluate their bottom lines and are already passing the costs on to consumers as a result. Particularly worrying, though, is the disruption caused by price increases and uncertainty to major developers, who often plan projects out a decade or more in advance. By delaying or even canceling construction projects, the tariff hikes don't just hurt today's economy, they also threaten tomorrow's by wiping out future real estate developments and the growth that would have once come with them. If you're a fan of dressing well, or even if you do your shopping at Walmart, expect to be paying more for your clothing. You don't have to just like fancy brand names, because a significant part of the U.S. garments industry comes from overseas nations, impacted by tariffs. This is of most pressing concern to American parents. America's low-income families are, as usual, the most vulnerable, as sneakers nearly double in price and clothing in general increases by a whopping 37% across the board. Clothing and apparel is one of the most affected industries by Liberation Day tariffs. But there is hope that as brands switch to alternate sourcing, prices could stabilize at around an 18 to 19% increase over the long run. With tariff exemptions on parcels under $800 now suspended, the fast fashion industry is expected to take a big hit. But some experts argue that it could be a net positive since fast fashion's environmental impact is so severe. E-commerce overall is expected to take a major hit, losing hundreds of millions of dollars as shoppers shy away from the cheap items they once bought tariff-free. Per the Congressional Budget Office, it's believed that the new tariffs will increase inflation by 0.4% over the next year, though GDP growth is only expected to slow slightly. However, Yale's Budget Lab projects a sharper 0.5% drag on growth, an outlook echoed by Jerome Powell, chair of the Federal Reserve. The Yale study also predicts that individual households will see an increase of $2,400 in spending during 2025. But that's only if the Federal Reserve doesn't react by adjusting interest rates. The problem is that the Trump administration has openly threatened to fire Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell after Powell warned about the dangers of the tariff regime. That loss of independence would rattle confidence in the Federal Reserve, leaving businesses unsure of the true state of the economy. In that kind of uncertainty, one bad bet could sink entire companies. For consumers, the fallout would be wild price swings and almost inevitably major inflation in the future. Right now, U.S. consumers are best off saving their money and holding off on big purchases, at least until new trade deals are reached or the market stabilizes. Trump's tariffs are already hitting Americans' wallets, but what happens if things spiral even further? Find out in What If the U.S. Economy Crashes, or click on this video instead.
All right, I mean, shit. Shout out to them doing their thing, but I'm gonna be honest, bro. Yeah, shit don't even sound like. You feel me? It don't even sound like the benefits of this shit. Like, I mean, I don't even know, bro. Like, to me, I'm just kind of like, I wasn't expecting it to be, not good. You feel me? I expected something more. I expected something better. Well, I mean, I guess, bro. Like, I mean, what else can we do, right? Like, I don't even, at this point, I don't even know. Real shit. So, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Everybody just keep grinding. Don't give up hope. Feel me? And one day, someday, somehow, eventually it's going to happen for you. All right, let's see what else, man. That shit was crazy. I've been watching a lot of true crime stuff, too. As you can see, I don't just want to start watching like true crime things right now, though. But I've been watching a lot of true crime stuff, bro. Like, and if I see something that looks a true crime thing that looks good, I will watch it, bro. Just letting you know. If I see something, I will pick it up. But yeah, man. Hope y'all having a good Sunday, though. Like, man, I've been trying to be as consistent as I can. You know what I'm saying? I've really been trying to be as consistent as I can with this, but, life be lifing. What is this? The heartbreaking way that shocked the world. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Most evil stream ever. See, I don't want to react to it because I feel like, bro, look like someone that you react to his shit and you might get your, I'm just fucking shit. You might get your ass banned, but nah, though. What the heck is this? See, this is what I'm saying. Like, right, this is what I be watching all these, like, these crazy ass, like, true crime things, bro. Like, I watch a lot of stuff, bro, on here. I'm not even gonna lie. I really do. If you want me to react to something, by the way, let me know in the chat. And we're going to react to it. And of course, as I usually say, hit that subscribe button. And of course, that follow button, depending on what platform you are watching from. The Lore and Story of the Last Faith. Well, I feel like this has to do with, like, Lords of the Fallen or something. What is this? Top 20 most badass AAA games. Okay, let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. You know your boy. Come on. Everything I watch it in 1x or 1.5x, so it is faster, that's why. That shit look hard. What is this? This is hard. Oh, this is hard. I ain't gonna lie. What the hell? Hey, that's hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Where are my lamps?
Onimusha.
Hello there, fallen samurai.
To think something like this was right under the city. What fearsome power! Be careful!
Oh, righteous! And after everything you and your awful kind put him through, too. Were you feeling left out? Here, let me show you something to cheer you.
Shout out to Onimusha, bro. That shit was hard. Ooh. 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 It look hard, though.
New ways controlling this lightning.
I'm terribly sorry. Anyway, do enjoy.
That's funny, though. Anyway, do enjoy. Just get out. Another Laws of the Fallen?
Our gods have forsaken us for fear of the coming darkness. Consumes all. But you, lamp bearer, something stirs within you. Something ancient, powerful.
This is another one. Like, didn't they just come out with one?
Will you harness this darkness within and deliver unto our so-called lords retribution?
Damn. This shit giving Elden Ring vibes. I ain't gonna lie. What? Am I tripping?
But should you fall, the world falls with you. Swords of the Fallen 2. Wishlist now.
Okay. 2. Makes sense. Black mid. Zone 3.
Brother, help me out.
I had seen this trailer.
He ain't even trying. It's all me. Look at that belly of yours. Where's the mountain? Hey, you're falling flat losing again. Drop that coswallop. Master will take us back, as long as we keep that mountain in her heart. Hey. No scolding, no flogging, life spared. What risk going back? This place, we've got food on our table and...
I just noticed it's a dub. Oh, that's good. That means them almost done with it. If they got it in dub. I love a tiger, bro. It's like my favorite biggest cats. Hey, that sword gotta be insanely huge for them folks to be carrying up there. Come on. Resident Evil. And they still doing putting the Resident Evil out. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Shit, people love the joint, so I guess he's gonna keep putting it out. This is definitely giving Resident Evil vibes for real, for real. Oh, this
is ridiculous.
Come on.
Tell me what's going on.
Now is not the time.
Hurry up. That thing get you. What you doing?
Grace, keep moving.
Girl, you better run. Talking that shit. About to get murked.
Oh, what was that?
The next person that died.
I'm so sorry about the power outage.
What happened?
It's really no excuse, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Don't worry.
I should have it fixed soon. I just need to find my...
Oh. I was about to say I suspect he's part of it, but I guess not.
Come on in, Grace.
Oh.
Grace, look at me. Grab my hands. Okay, look at me.
Now you know what your mom says. Let's go.
In and out. Breathe in and out. Oh, Grace. I promise you, I will explain this all to you one of these days.
What? She knows what's going on?
Grace. Please know that you are my hope. Never forget that.
What are you talking about?
Just... I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Mom, I'm scared.
No. We need to find a way out of here now.
But we don't have any of our stuff.
We can come back for it later, Grace.
Yep, the way she was talking, bruh. She was ready. Just in case. And hey, it happened. Sheesh. That look hard though. What the hell? What the hell? Says Ninja Gaiden. Why this person puts it on Ninja Gaiden 4? And there's no audio for it. Either way, we can still watch it though. This is really coming out? Oh, snap. I mean, the gameplay look... Oh, hey, Ninja Gaiden coming out? Hey, come on now. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I would have preferred more close-up, more, you know, the camera to be closer to it, but it still look hard, though. Yeah, it actually looks pretty good. Fuck it. I'll take it. Well, it looks good. I'm gonna say pretty good. It looks good. But with no audio, we can't tell what's going on. Well, at least we get to see it, so fuck it. Oh, damn. That transformation looked crazy. Oh, shit. Hey, the gameplay looks solid, though. Y'all can't say the gameplay don't look solid. You just got him full. Okay. Pragmata.
Lockdown disengaged. Reconnecting primary power. Energy levels at 30%. 40%. 50%. 60%.
These graphics are fire, though. I can't even lie.
Access detected.
This
Primary connection.
it's pretty on point for the most part.
This is Eagles. Unregistered guests are forbidden from this area. Initializing sector guard protocol. Scanning. Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize? Us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through. Get ready.
Ooh, the gameplay is hard.
Not one of your pot buddies? Then I guess we could just go in blasting.
This looks good. It looks good. I can't lie. It looks like a Horizon Zero Dawn type. Feel me? Am I tripping? Hella giving Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm fucking with it. Oh shit! The king got all that. What the hell? Did you expect that? Oh, that's hard. Hey, nah. This is Pragmata. I think it was what it called. Pragmata. Yo. Oh, I know what another thing is giving is Division. The Division. Yep, it's giving the Division for sure, for sure. That's the game it's giving for sure. It's the Division. Like a mix, I think, or just a Division. It's giving it the Division for sure. They got a lot of gameplay of this one. Mind you, watching all this stuff in 1.5x. So you can imagine if you were watching this regularly. At least I think it's 1.2. Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
It's time to wake up.
Your streets shall once again run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest.
Bro, if there's any game, you know, if you've been watching my channel, you know, as I say, I don't like first-person games. But when it comes to Black Ops, Battlefield, you know, those shooters, oh yeah, first-person go crazy, though. We're like, yeah, I always anticipate a good Call of Duty game. You feel me?
An unprecedented scale.
Menendez is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
He refuses to let me go.
Oh shit, that guy do from Heroes.
This isn't real. The hell it ain't!
Is it third person now? Oh no.
Pull it together, men!
Damn, this shit
Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
No more games. This ends now.
Well, Call of Duty always had, because it had a lot of money behind it. The ads for it, the prep, the promo is always crazy. You feel me? And this one looks, I ain't gonna lie, but can y'all just imagine if they did a third, like let's say a Call of Duty where you can switch in between like first person and third person, bro? What y'all think about that? For me, I think that should go crazy, bro. Like I think games need to work on that first person, third person ability to shift. Like it should be a universal thing within all games, because some people, you know, prefer first person. But I think that ability will be like You know what I'm saying? You can charge people a little, maybe, extra $5 or something for that. Because that shit is, you know what I mean?
Get the Reznov Challenge Pack when you pre-order now.
It's a racing game. I didn't see the name. Oh, it still got fighting too? It's an anime game for sure, but hey, it looks good. On some like streaming-ish. I'll just play that and stream that joint. This looks interesting. Bro, I thought he was badass. That bullet hit his ass. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, damn, that nigga got the Jekyll and Hyde shit going on.
Crap, someone's here.
The Blood of Dawnwalker. Hey, now this shit, I've seen this. This another one I want to play for sure. What the hell?
Monsters have always been here, watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives, but we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule.
Oh, damn.
To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare.
Damn. Hey, now this a little hard.
Between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all.
He is out there watching,
This is one of those must plays though. For a fact, this is a must play. Ghost of your time.
Are you going to give me a light?
You're about to light your head on fire.
Swordsmith's daughter. I watched that tree burn. How did you escape?
Same way. I survived every battle. Thought of killing you.
He laughing to he about to eat, bro. He ain't going nowhere. Yeah, he's just gonna be dead.
Ruthless spirits wandering the land, driven by vengeance. Sometimes I feel like that is what I am.
A ghost. Your time.
I floated in an ale-induced stupor. A ghost of my former glory. Until one day when I was stabbed. I thought I died. Instead, I was given a second chance in a strange world, alongside rogues from across the timescape.
Oh shit.
And we were promised to fix our past. I guess that's what we're here to do.
This looks interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Something to stream. That one look good too. Look good. Oh, this one, Phantom Blade Zero. I think every gamer at this point knows about this game. If you don't, you know, you probably just ain't keeping up with what's been going on. You know what I'm saying? This game right here, bro. This is one of those ones. Everybody gotta know. Look at the fluid. Ooh, shit. One thing I like about the games on here is that they got like gameplay, so we get to see, you know what I mean? And bro, these games look fire. 2026 looking fire, bro. shit go in. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely been looking at that thing for a second.
Traveler ND3500. Initiating the travel mode.
This is the Traveler, an agent of a shadowy faction known only as the Collective. And in Kronos The New Dawn, you'll step into their role. From Polish horror powerhouse Bloober Team, nominated last year at the Game Awards for their Silent Hill 2 remake, comes a bold new vision of survival horror. In this world, the dead don't stay dead. When they find each other, they merge into something far more terrifying. Launching September 5th, here's your brand new look at Kronos The New Dawn.
I think I heard about this one. I ain't seen it.
Are you glad to see me, friend?
It looks good. It's not my speed though, I ain't gonna lie. But it looks good.
Stay calm.
Where Winds Meet. That one's already out. Oh, this one's already out. No, that's not out. That's not out. It's not the. Is it out? Am I lying? I think it is.
A chaotic world turned up.
No. They're working on it. Actually, I don't know.
A land ravaged by the fires of war, shrouded in its smoke.
I'm gonna see the gameplay. I want to know if it's out.
Yet in darkness, legends are born.
You wish to enter the jungle. Do you know the road up ahead?
You promised we'd roam the world together.
Oh no, this ain't out yet. This ain't out yet.
You sure you can save them? A hero has only one sword against countless foes.
But the demo, like there's been a lot of things released about it though. Like the gameplay and
For the
stuff.
greater good, small losses must be borne. But a small sacrifice for greater gain ahead.
Even when their bodies pile up, they're just footnotes in the annals of history.
The gameplay is fire.
But are the common folk truly voiceless?
China's been going crazy with their game recently, bro. We can't even lie. Like, shit. AAA for sure. Might end up being S rank. China might be S rank when it comes to this game making stage, bro. Real tough.
When the world falls silent. My blade speaks for them!
Okay. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. And this one ain't got no audio. Alright, let's see it though. Alright, this is a first person game. Oh man. I mean, it's still a shooter, it looked like, but oh shit, zombies. The only zombie game I think I've liked has been Days Gone. That's the only zombie game I've liked. I ain't gonna lie. Beyond that, everyone has not been it for me at all. Not even Call of Duty Zombies. Nah. So this one, Toxic Commando. Okay, I think that answers this. Yeah, man. So I don't know which one were you thinking, man? Because for me, I ain't gonna lie. Like really looking at it, like there were a lot of games on there. Like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of games on there. You know what I'm saying? 2026 about to be like fire. Like I think like, bro. I think one thing that I noticed was like the Chinese games is crazy. Like, bro, Chinese games is like China's taking over when it comes to this game ish. But I mean, it makes sense. You know what I mean? They've been doing this for a while. So, you know what I mean? Like, go look at the appliances in your house. You know what I'm saying? Even just technology in general, they've been, you know what I mean? Like, but hell yeah, man. Okay, let's keep going though. You know what I mean? Shout out to China, man, with that. Shout out to all the stuff. But let's just get on here and see stuff that's just on here. You know what I mean? I'm just reacting to whatever the heck I'm seeing, whatever I wanna. Just chilling. No biggie. No stressy. You know what? Let me check Twitch. What's happening on Twitch?
They're never frantic. This team looks like the calmest on the map of any team I watch.
I'm trying to hear this shit. Let's see. Speed, I could have seen Speed on what's it called? This man Speed going. But here you go with these ads, bruh. That's one thing I don't like about Twitch, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. You know what? I'm gonna mute that shit. If I wanted to watch Speed, I could just see what he was doing from here. Look. Bro, that's one thing. YouTube, the ads are not as bad as Twitch. Twitch's ads are just crazy, bro. This man Speed. This man Speed.
I know you fast.
Been around.
I know you're fast. Wait, this is what Martin Luther King did his speech at.
Traveling, doing this thing.
Yo, move out the way. Move out the way.
Bro, this nigga security, bro. Can you imagine me, this man security, following this man around? Shout out to them, though. I know they getting paid buku, man. You feel me?
Out the way.
Yeah. I'm just surfing the net, bro. Like, I'm not really locked into anything per se. I'm just surfing the net. Okay, see? Stuff like this. Then must watch underrated anime. Actually, anime, see? I can already tell that it's gonna be stuff that's in sub.
If you're a
not
long-time ViniTube viewer, you know how much I love Fog Hill of 5 Elements, Hitori no Shita, and many more of these Chinese anime. Or should I say Donghua, which is the word commonly used to refer to Chinese animation. These underrated anime have been leveling up their game with a unique blend of ancient traditions, supernatural powers, and jaw-dropping fight choreography. If you're a fan of martial arts and epic sword fights, then you're in for a treat.
Donghua.
So today, we'll take a look at the top 10 action Donghua. Are you ready? Here we go.
Man, they need to start dubbing their Donghua. That's what they do. Oh, this one right here is dubbed, and this is one of the, like, so far, fire.
Let's talk about an anime where it feels like we're watching an overpowered hero trying to live a completely normal life. Meet Wang Ling, your average 16-year-old boy. Except he's definitely not average. He's an immortal and a god-tier 16-year-old who can obliterate his opponents in seconds. What does he want? To have a peaceful and drama-free life. Well, yeah, good luck with that. From trying to control his ridiculously unstoppable powers during school competitions to accidentally becoming a hero, poor Wang Ling can't seem to escape the spotlight. Now, the reason why this anime is so popular is its concept. Watching an extremely overpowered boy trying to figure out how to get through school is both amusing and refreshing. Wang Ling's awkward attempts to fit in while hiding his true powers make for some really fun moments. While the humor's good, the action scenes really hit the spot. The fight scenes are exciting and look amazing, with Wang Ling casually defeating enemies or handling huge crises without even trying. This Chinese anime is highly recommended, so do check this one out. Let's move on to Heaven's Official Blessing, an anime that's a mix of romance, ancient Chinese mythology, and a little dust of supernatural elements. We're in
hella, you know what I mean, alphabetical, but really good.
Introduced to our main character, Shi Lian, a once celebrated prince who ascended to the heavens at a very young age. But that's not the only time he's ascended to the heavens. He did it twice and then once again, which was basically after 800 years. There he started to get involved in the matters of the heavens thanks to the mystery he's investigating. He's not alone though. Accompanying him is the super attractive ghost king named Hua Cheng, who's not to be messed with. Though he has a fearsome reputation, he's a sweetheart to Shi Lian. Yes, there is romance between them, alright? What makes this anime so popular is the fact that it's a visual treat. The smooth animation and detailed character designs bring mystical realms and ancient China to life. Other than that, the characters are also very complex and layered, not one-dimensional at all. So whether you're here for the romance, the mystery, or just to see some epic fights in a beautifully animated world, this anime delivers it all.
I swear, it's a pretty good anime. Oh, so far all the ones he's had have dubs, so okay. Because I've seen
Scissor 7 is a standout in Chinese anime, blending humor, action, and heart in a way
fire
that's totally
anime
unique.
too, bro.
The story follows Seven, the hairdresser with
Donghua.
amnesia who moonlights as a contract killer, except he's hilariously bad at it. Imagine an assassin who messes up almost every mission, creating chaotic and funny moments. This quirky balance of humor and action sets Scissor apart from more serious shows in the genre. The animation style is equally distinctive. It's sleek and dynamic during fight scenes, but retains a playful, cartoonish charm, making it a fun watch. Even the random side characters bring a lot of fun to the table here, but the show also surprises you with moments of genuine emotion. As Seven's backstory unravels, you start to care more about him and the world he's in. It's not just about the laughs, there's a deeper layer to the plot. Add in a killer soundtrack, and you've got an anime that's a perfect mix of comedy, action, and feels. Scissor 7 is unpredictable in the best way, making it a must-watch for anime fans.
Facts. You gotta watch this Donghua. I've not seen this one.
Let's talk about Full-Time Magister, where magic isn't just a fantasy. It's a proper way of life, and our main protagonist, Mo Fan, is going to take it to the next level. Mo Fan starts as a regular guy with no special magic skills. He only had this dream of being extraordinary, but things get interesting when he suddenly unlocks rare magical abilities. Mo Fan isn't just any magician, he's a full-time one who juggles intense magical training with his daily life. He's constantly battling dark forces, uncovering ancient secrets, and of course dealing with the occasional magical mishap. The battles in Full-Time Magister are nothing short of spectacular. They light up your screen with dazzling magical effects and epic showdowns that keep you on the edge of your seat. From intense spell-casting duels to encounters with formidable magical creatures, the action is fast-paced and visually stunning. So if you're into a world where magic is real, the action is non-stop, and every spell comes with a new surprise, Full-Time Magister is your ticket to a fantastical adventure that you're not going to want to miss.
Damn, it ain't got no dub. Wait, what did I just miss? Hold on. What's the name? Hold on. What am I missing? I just missed the name. Grandmaster of Demonic Coach. What?
Next up, we have Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, where our main boy, Wei Wuxian, is the ultimate rebel with a great cause. Wei starts off as a misunderstood genius of demonic cultivation, a kind of magic that's as powerful as it is dangerous. After a series of adrenaline-pumping battles and betrayals, he meets an unfortunate downfall. But hey, the story doesn't end there. Fast forward to the present, and Wei is brought back to life in a new body, ready to solve a series of supernatural mysteries that are stirring up the world. He's not alone in this, as he teams up with his old friend Lang Wangji, who's all about discipline and order. What makes this anime so great is its jaw-dropping action scenes and spellbinding magic. Wei's ability to control dark forces and his adventures through ancient secrets are visually stunning and filled with excitement. So if you're ready for a magical adventure where forbidden spells, epic battles, and deep friendships come together in an unforgettable story, Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation is your ultimate destination.
See, I'm trying to see if this was in. It got it in dub.
Alright, you know the drill. If you like this video, then please give it a like. It's only going to take you a second to do so. And subscribe to the channel while you're at it too. Thank you. Let's check out the top 5.
Fog Hill or 5 Elements.
Someone recently commented, is it really a ViniTube video without Fog Hill? And man, do I agree. Do I really need to say anything about this anime? It's just a legend. In this action anime, fantasy and stunning animation comes to life in the most mesmerizing way. In this enchanting world, the elements, earth, water, fire, wood, and metal control everything, and our story revolves around a young warrior named Han Li. He's a talented fighter who's on a quest to master his elemental abilities and uncover the secrets hidden within the mysterious Fog Hill. Now, why is this anime insanely good? Well, let's start off with the animation. It's off the charts, bringing every spell and battle to life with a level of detail that will leave you breathless. The fluidity and beauty of the animation make you feel like you're witnessing a
They look
grand
good. I want to
animated
watch them, but they're
painting in
not
motion.
dubbed.
The world building in Fog Hill of the 5 Elements is another highlight. The detailed lore and intricate magic systems create a rich and immersive experience. You'll find yourself fully immersed in it. Hitori no Shita, the Outcast, will make you feel like you're playing a thrilling game of hide and seek with supernatural powers and a whole lot of mystery. Our story kicks off with our main guy, Zhang Chulan, a regular college student who's just trying to live a normal life. But when he's dragged into a bizarre series of events involving an eerie ancient martial arts tournament, then things get wild. Zhang finds himself entangled in a world where people possess freaky supernatural powers and are out for more than just a friendly match. So, what's actually the deal with this anime? Firstly, it's packed with action scenes, the kind of scenes that will make you drop your jaws to the floor. The battles are as unpredictable as they are explosive, making every episode a fresh adrenaline rush. But wait, it's not just about the fights. Hitori no Shita serves up plenty of twists and turns with its intriguing plot, so if you're up for a thrilling ride with epic battles, then this one's for you.
Also, not dubbed. We anime not dubbed, though. That's what I'm trying to learn. Japanese.
Moving on,
King's
we have the
Avatar.
King's Avatar, the ultimate esports anime where gaming is life and the battlefield is the digital world of glory. We have Yi Xiu, the Michael
I'ma
Jordan
check
of
this
esports. After he was forced to retire from his professional team, he didn't take a break. Instead, he took up a job in an internet cafe to prepare for his epic comeback. Armed with his ridiculous gaming skills and a brand new account, he jumps back into glory under a new name, ready to climb his way back to the top. But wait, Yi Xiu isn't your typical shonen hero. He's very calm, collected, and so experienced that he makes gaming look like an art form. While others try their hardest, this dude pulls moves that leaves others with their jaws on the floor. This anime is so popular because the in-game battles are very intense and visually stunning. Watching Yi Xiu and his team execute mind-blowing moves and strategies is as thrilling as any traditional action scene. So if you're into epic comebacks, intense gaming action, and watching a master gamer outplay everyone, The King's Avatar is the anime for you.
要了吧。
我负责进入照片，你负责给我带路。
This one's in English.
Next up, we have Link Click, which gives us some thrilling time-traveling adventures. Our heroes Cheng Xiaoxi and Lu Guang can use their abilities to enter photos and relive the moments captured in them. This means they get to experience life through the eyes of the people in the photos, all while trying to solve puzzles and uncover secrets. But what makes Link Click such a great anime? Well, for starters, the protagonists are handsome. I mean, it's full of twisty plots and mind-blowing mysteries. Every episode feels like a new adventure with our protagonists diving into different photos and discovering all sorts of secrets, sometimes heartwarming and sometimes spine-chilling. Plus, the bond between Cheng and Lu Guang is just so great to watch. No matter what happens, their teamwork is top-notch. While this anime isn't like your typical action anime, it definitely has its fair share of thrilling moments, so make sure you check it out. Have another anime that features ancient Chinese history on our list. Blades of the Guardians is set in the period of transition between the Sui dynasty and the Tang dynasty. The world of the Blades of the Guardians is the one with samurai-level sword fights. Coupled with ancient Chinese history, this anime oozes with epicness. This is the story of Dao Ma, a wandering swordsman who's on a journey to protect his son as well as others from all sorts of trouble, including warlords, assassins, and oh yeah, demons. Sounds interesting, right? What makes this series a hit is its non-stop action and insane fight choreography. The sword fights, well, they're beautifully brutal and will leave you on the edge of your seat. Dao Ma's the kind of guy who'll cut down a horde of enemies without even breaking a sweat and just ride off into the sunset like nothing even happened. Because it features ancient Chinese history, you'll feel as if you're watching a legendary historical piece of work. Blades of the Guardians is a must-watch for anyone who loves stunning swordsmanship, rich historical settings, insane animation, and a protagonist who's as tough as they come. That's a wrap on our top 10 Chinese action.
Hey, I'm rocking with it. I can't even lie. Rocking with it. But anyway, man, shit, that's it for right now. I'm gonna get on stream later on, y'all. So I'm gonna get on, react to some stuff, fuck with y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later though. Peace.